This episode of Nerdist News is sponsored by Destiny 2 Forsaken. Do the new Shazam details confirm our Black Adam theory? We will be the first to admit, for a while we were worried about the Shazam movie, but with the Comic-Con trailer as well as new details and the latest TV spot, we're finally getting a better picture of how the film will liven and lighten up the previously dark and broody DC cinematic universe. And it may be that in this new commercial, along with some choice quotes from the film's director, we're getting an inkling that perhaps our Black Adam theory is getting closer to a reality. Now, to be clear, yes, we know that Dwayne Johnson, who has been regularly meeting with DC about the role of Black Adam, has insisted that he will not appear in Shazam. Heck, just last week, Black Adam's producer told Collider that they wanted to give Black Adam and Shazam each separate films before they mashed them together. So don't at us. Don't get mean in the comments. We know what's up. This is just a theory. But we think that even though The Rock will not be seen in the movie, there's a way that they could tease Black Adam. So hear us out. Now, first up, the new TV spot gives us more of those upbeat, fun, superpowered palate cleanser vibes that we initially got from the Comic-Con trailer, assuring us that Zachary Levi's cartoonishly buff costume actually does make sense for the film and is not just a recycled Halloween costume. We see a couple of those DC Easter eggs with the Batarang on display, an authentic Superman-stuffed bullet, and some newspaper headlines reporting the major news events from around the DC Cinematic U. But some new footage from this TV spot gives us an extended look at the villain of the film, Dr. Sivana. Now, he's able to block Shazam's super strength punch, so he is clearly as strong as Shazam, which means he's more than just an evil super genius mad scientist like in his comics origins. As we've brought up before on the show, we think that they are using Sivana's beginnings from the New 52 version of the comics where he got his powers from attempting to open Black Adam's tomb. Adding to our speculation, director David Sandberg dropped a few bits of info on Dr. Sivana that gives our theory even more cred. In an interview with EW, Sandberg said that Dr. Sivana's powers are not just the same powers as Shazam's. It's something else that lent him his powers. He can do some things that Shazam can't. The danger in some films is that the bad guy has the same powers as the good guy. Sivana has an extra thing, extra dynamic, that takes care of that. Something else, you say? Could that something else be Black Adam? We think so, and let's break it down. Dr. Sivana was first introduced in 1939, and he was a common adversary to Shazam, who at the time was named Captain Marvel. The character has been retconned and rebooted a few times over the years. In the 1987 comic miniseries Shazam, The New Beginning, he was introduced as Billy Batson's step-uncle. In the 90s, he became a Lex Luthor-esque business owner. No matter his origins, he's always a weird smart guy who hates Shazam. Now back to the quote from David Sandberg about the something else that gives Sivana his powers. In the New 52 arc, Black Adam is a former slave who was locked in a magic tomb, and Sivana is the one that releases Adam after reading an ancient hieroglyph at the tomb's entrance. Since the Shazam film is borrowing so many elements from the New 52 version of the character, we wouldn't be surprised if this moment was in the film and the something else that Sivana is borrowing his powers from is Black Adam himself. Thanks to the folks over at Geek Tyrant, they managed to find this image in Preview magazine that shows Dr. Sivana showing off his powers. Now, while this doesn't confirm Black Adam, it certainly seems to add to our evidence. Now, as we mentioned, Dwayne Johnson has been pretty adamant that Black Adam won't be in the Shazam film, but much like the Captain Marvel teaser at the end of Avengers Infinity War, we wouldn't be surprised at all if there was a post-credits scene featuring Black Adam's hand punching through the remains of the tomb. Of course, this is all a theory, and we won't really know Sivana's origins until Shazam is in theaters in April 2019, but we can't wait to see which direction they go with it. But what do you folks think? Are you excited about the Shazam film? Where do you think Dr. Sivana got his powers? And who do you think is more powerful, Shazam or Superman? Let's discuss. Thank you again to Destiny 2 Forsaken for sponsoring this episode of Nerdist News. Time to take a walk on the wild side of the reef in Destiny 2 Forsaken. There's never been a darker time to be a guardian. Scope out the prison of elders where the baddest of the bad have escaped and are running free. Grab your fire team and avenge the death of everyone's favorite exo hunter, Cade 6. Then explore the game's largest endgame experience in the Dreaming City with its brand new raid, The Blind Well. And, of course, there's a whole new batch of exotics to add to your collection. Destiny 2 Forsaken is available today, so grab your copy today. The hunt is on.